Brittany.
Hi.
It's so great to have you back with me today.
I'm happy to be back.
That's good. So last week we talked a lot about how you and your mother recently have been fighting a little bit, and how she was a little bit sad and upset that you had just recently moved here to Columbus, away from home. And I just want to go into more about that and find out a little bit more what maybe the root of the problem is. So, how would you say you're feeling today about everything? Like you and yourself right at this moment?
It's. I feel the same. It's very kind of off-putting when I fight with my mom. I don't like fighting with my mom or having disagreements with her because I love her to death, and it's just hard not being there, and she has an issue with it, and it's I guess I'm just bothered, and it's frustrating because I'm trying to do better and you always want me to do better, but when I try just not in the way you want me to, then there's a problem.
Right. So, do you think maybe you're a little apprehensive because you're afraid that you might disappoint her in some way?
Oh, absolutely. And it's also like apprehension because what if I fail?
Mm-hmm.
Then I go back to my mom, and who is for it yet against it at the same time.
Right.
With
right.
the
That
failure,
makes
coming
sense.
back with a failure this time. So it's like, what do you do?
Mm-hmm. That makes total sense. Do you have any other kind of support systems maybe here in town?
I have a few friends, and I talked to a few people in class, and
Mm-hmm.
it's great because like being in a new place is hard to get adjusted. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Just jumping into a whole new atmosphere because this is completely different from where I'm from.
Right.
Like it's
right.
huge city, big, everything, a whole lot of
Mm-hmm.
stuff I'm not exposed to from home. So it's just harder to cope. I would feel like it'd be harder for me to cope if I didn't have somewhat of a support system of friends here.
Okay. Do you think that maybe when you were at home, that your mother was a part of that big support system for you?
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
She was her and my dad. I mean, they support me fully. I mean, I was with them. The only time I moved out of the house was to go to college. So,
Mhm.
and even when I was in town, I would still go home. So it wasn't like I've always just been there, up under them.
Right. I know last week you said that you were very confident in yourself for being here and proud of yourself for becoming more independent. Do you think that it's making it a little bit harder to do that because you don't have your mother's full support?
Absolutely. I mean, you are as strong as your support system, and when your support system isn't like a foundation that's sturdy, it's kind of hard, you know. Because on one hand, they're saying, well, this is great for you, but on the other hand, because it's not in their scheme of things, it bothers them, so they're kind of not really supporting you like you need to. Like when you're in a new experience, I feel like in this new experience, I need all of her support,
Right.
but she's still kind of stuck on her
Mhm.
aspect of it and is giving like
Right.
inch amount of I mean, she gives support, but I know that this is a hindrance to the full support I could get from her.
Mhm. So I'm hearing is that because that you don't feel like she's giving you the full support that you want and that you at one point did have together. If you could tell her this in any way, if she was sitting right here next to you, how would you tell her that you still want that support from her and that you're doing this not just for yourself, but you're doing this to make her happy as well?
I would tell her, my whole life you told me to be successful, and all I'm trying to do is make you proud, make myself proud, and when you sometimes are not that supportive, it's bothersome. And I would really like, I just want you to let you know that it hurts sometimes. So I just wish you wouldn't only think about you in this aspect.
I think that would be something really good to say to her, and to just, being able to express yourself in that way. What are some other maybe stresses in your life right now? Are there any other outside stresses? Money, job?
Both.
Both.
My job and my money go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
My job is this week has been just so stressful with my job. Because now they know my schedule, yet they schedule me to work days that would be inconvenient. I mean, they know I go home on Sundays and it's over an hour away, but they always schedule me to work Saturdays and Mondays. So I would close Saturday nights. So I would have to leave Sunday morning and come right back the very same day to get enough rest for the following day of work. So that kind of stresses me, and then sometimes my parents don't want me on the road as much.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, maybe it's kind of pulling a distance too, because maybe you shouldn't come down here as much anymore because it's causing even more stress on you, your car, and then gas. I spend $50 a week on gas alone.
Wow,
right?
A lot.
A lot just for a 1 day trip
Yeah.
there and back, and for the whole week. So it's kind of piling up, and I don't want to. And you try to grab and keep hold of the old stuff while you're trying to move to the new. So every Sunday is kind of going back to the old stuff, but Monday through Saturday I'm here with the new. So it's kind of like the new is kind of pulling me away from the old.
Do you kind of wish that maybe you had that flexibility in your work schedule to be able to stay home maybe another extra day or two?
I would love that.
I'm sure your mother would too.
Yeah, she would.
Let's see. Sometimes people have various ways of coping with things, and I just wanted to get some insight on maybe what are some ways that you're coping with this separation from your mother.
We talk more frequently every day.
Mm-hmm.
I pray. Prayer works.
That's
So
really
I
great.
pray, and I listen to music. Like music has always been like my outlet. So and I don't sing and do as much as I do undergrad because I moved here now and all that other stuff was back then. So now I just listen to music, have my playlist, relax, calm down. I play some Candy Crush.
Oh God, Candy Crush.
Yes, it's a stress reliever until you get to those levels. You be like, never mind. But distractions. Go exercise. I went to the gym. I do 2 days now.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my life together. So it's trying to find as many positive distractions to get away from the negative stress.
Right, and I think you definitely have found, or at least from what you described, you found working out and all those different things are very positive sources for that. And I'm glad to hear that you're using those healthy coping strategies rather than some more, more negative ones that some people may use. That's really good to hear. I think we've had a very good session today, and I found out a little bit more about yourself today. And meet back up next week.
Great.
Thanks. I feel like he hasn't ever watched the very end.